Now lengthen out the posture just a bit. So now the pelvis got to tuck underneath you a little bit more, lengthening up your posture. We're going to lengthen and elongate that breath. So when you take that breath in the nose, I want you to think of bringing that breath about 7 to 9 seconds on the inhale, and then exhaling out the mouth 7 to 9 seconds. But posture up, hold that posture nice and tall. Bring that breath right along the spine, almost like you're pulling that breath up the spine, right into that lower neck and then upper neck. So everything elongates, decompresses. Let that breath lift, nice and long. You might feel a little bit of tugging in that mid-back as you lengthen your spine a bit. It's really easy for things to get compressed through the day. And as you're bringing your breath up the body, just almost think of kind of punching out the midsection, the lower part of your sternum, pushing that out a little bit forward, which gives you a bit more of a curve in the spine, just allowing that energy, that breath to move up towards the neck area. Nice and tall, nice and long. Good, one more breath. Nice and long, nice and tall. Pull that breath all the way up. Good. And just relax there. Good, just shake that out for a moment. What we're gonna do is flex and extend our spine. So we're gonna get the spinal motion going. Most of us are gonna be, to some degree, frozen in some area or some range of our spine. Let's get that thing moving full out. So we're flexing forward and back and really feeling a full range through our spine. Opening up and then kind of closing our system down. And feel a nice squeeze. Get that good squeeze going in both directions. So when you're opening on that front side, you're squeezing those shoulders on the back side. And when you're closing that front side down, really elongate that back side of the spine. About 80 to 90% of the nerves along the spine actually go to charge the brain battery called your cerebellum. So spinal motion is important. And then also, just as we get older, it's easy for the ligaments to dehydrate or they become shortened just due to some static postures. So we want to just keep it nice and long and stretch everything out, feeling our range on both full flexion, full extension. Perfect. Good. Just soften the spine in that position. Next, we're going to do just some side bending. This helps to open up the rib cage, some of the musculature on either side. Just kind of like making a C shape. And feeling that stretch, feeling that rib cage open, feeling some of the neck kind of bend to one side, getting some length. This is called lateral bending. When we get caught in side bending, ironically, it's a position where we actually take things personally. So we're going to be more prone to taking things personally, taking offense to things when we're side bending our position of our spinal cord and spine. And when we flex forward, we're going to be more prone to being hypervigilant and a little bit more scarcity mindset when it comes to resources in the environment. What you'll hear sometimes when someone's stuck in a flexed position is that the weather is just taking, like beating them down. They'll blame external circumstances on what they're experiencing. And the side bending, if you get caught in this side bending, well, when words come at you, people come at you, relationships, you're going to be much more prone to taking things personally. You're locking up your identity and freezing it. And then the environment kind of reflects around that and sees if it's challenging your identity. So keeping fluid on a side-to-side movement is important for relationship dynamics as well. So side to side, good. And we're just going to rotate the neck. Just slowly rotating. Now what you want to do right at the end point is make sure you feel a bit of a stretch right at the end, but it's really important to keep your posture tall so that you're not slamming your chin towards your shoulders. So keep that spine nice and tall. Let it rotate as far as you can. Ideally, you want it about 90 degrees or that nose to go right over your shoulders. And just go slow enough so that you can feel some of the movement at the end. Feel that stretch. Good. And then just flex the neck forward. So you're going to try to bring that chin to your chest. And then as you come back in extension, let that neck fall back. Let that head, the back of the head, try to hit your shoulders. Again, go slowly though, so you're not straining anything. Nice full range. Most people get stuck in a forward flexion, and the forward flexion of the spine promotes the lower, called subcortical regions of the brain, which promotes the stress response. The body needs to be able to go full flexion and full extension. Good. And then just kind of shake that out, just relaxing, palms in your lap, just resting for a moment. Eyes are closed, promoting alpha brain waves. The fun part is anytime you close your eyes, you're automatically promoting the system to shift gears into more of a recovery and healing state. By closing your eyes, you're essentially telling your nervous system it's safe to be in this space. As soon as it feels safe, eyes close, now it can go into recovery mode. And then the first gear that it'll switch into is alpha brainwaves. Good, nice slow breath. Just be present with your own breath, your own movement, your own energy. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Good. All right, let's move the body a little bit. So we're going to stand up. And your feet are going to be shoulder width apart. This helps to get the entire length of the whole spine moving and moves energy through all the energy channels of the body. We're going to start with our hands actually over the head. And we're going to inhale, but we're going to kind of just envision squeezing some energy through our hands, through the top of the head, through the third eye, through the throat, through the heart. As soon as you get to the heart, we're going to turn the hands over and we're going to exhale out the mouth. And we're going to whoosh the breath out the mouth through the third, the second, and the first energy center all the way down the thighs and to the ground. And then we're going to breathe in the nose. We're going to pull this energy back up the legs through the first, second, and third energy center. We're going to flip it at the heart. And then we're going to exhale that energy and push it through the throat, through the third eye, and out the top of the head. And we're going to bring that back in. Good. And if you keep doing that, what you're going to do is build up a little bit more beta brainwaves. And beta brainwaves get the system energized. So we want to energize this system. This is an energizing breath sequence. We have 30 seconds to go, so keep building that energy. Keep moving the body. Keep moving your energy. Move the breath. Powerful breath. This is supposed to be a powerful breath. You're getting the whole length out of the spinal cord and a full flexion and a full extension. When you get to the top, don't be afraid to extend the spine. Open it up a little bit. Get that mid-chest opening up on that extension. Good. Last 10 seconds. Keep that energy rolling. Reset that nervous system. Busy day, energy gets distorted. Reconnect the whole system. Good. On your next exhale, just bring your hands over top of your head and then take one big breath in. Stretch the fingers towards the ceiling. Really open the system up. Eyes stay closed if you can, if you have the balance, and then exhale, relax. Feet are shoulder width apart, palms are facing outward, and letting the whole system just drop. Relaxing the blood pressure, relaxing the heart rate, slowing your breath down, but feeling the energy, feeling that robust movement of energy. And with your eyes closed, it's so beautiful to remember the boundarylessness of the body. The absence of boundaries with the eyes closed, where you just feel that sense of energy and hollowness move through you without the definitive lines of the arms or legs. Just a felt sense of energy. Just feel into just the robustness of the energy, how much is available for you. Remembering what lively cells feel like and how beautiful it is to be alive. Even with circumstances, even with situations, even with past stress. Even with life not organized. Beautiful. Now, bring your feet together. If you have good balance, bring your feet together. If you need to keep them shoulder width apart, you can do that, but bring them together. We're really going to magnify the flexion extension of the spine here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our arms open. This is going to be the inhale phase. As we inhale, the knees are locked, the chest is open, the neck is back slightly in a full extension pose. That means the biceps, the chest is all wide open. As you exhale, what we're going to do is we're going to envision pulling all this energy in, and we're going to pull it right into the heart, and we're going to bend the knees while we do it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use the knees as like a springboard. We're going to open the breath up in the nose. We're going to open ourselves up, giving of ourselves, our values, our skills, our talents, and then we're going to exhale and embrace other people's values, skills, and talents, and we're going to receive the gifts that they have to offer. Open it up, close it down. Open up, give and receive. This is the duality of giving and receiving, and it's the physical application of that concept. In the nose and out the nose. We need to flexibly be able to move through giving and receiving. What I want you to do is think about pulling that energy up the legs, up the front of the body, out the fingertips. And then you're going to exhale, bring all the energy from around you into the heart, down the legs, down the knees, down to the feet. Then you're going to ricochet that back up and then open back up again. Remember, your level of thinking is at the level of energy that you're able to express. If you're able to express more energy, then the bandwidth of thoughts can increase in their range and you have more available thoughts. And it's not the same streamline. Your energy dictates how you think. Think about how your thoughts change when you have a gas tank that's on empty versus a gas tank that's full. Think of the dialogue in there. In fact, you barely pay any attention to it. You're quiet about that particular area. Fill the gas tank, fill the energy up, and your thoughts change. They move from thoughts of scarcity and fear and lack and not enough and uh-oh and worry to more of like, we have more than enough. I have more than enough energy within me. I'm made of energy. I'm built of it. Good. Last 10 seconds. Stay with it. Doing great. You can do it. Stay with it. Build your energy. It's all about energy. Build it up. Let that energy pump through that core of your spine. Good. Finish big breath in, arms wide open, head back a little bit, just embracing life. Let the energy just consume your environment. Good. Exhale and then relax. Feet shoulder width apart again, palms open. Rest in your body. Really aware of your posture now. Where are you standing in space? Feel the energy, feel your body. One more slow breath in, take a nice full breath. Exhale. Beautiful. Come back to a sitting position. We're just going to take a pause for a moment, just closing our eyes. Just connecting with our spine in a sitting position. This is just going to be a transition point for us before we lay on our back. Just holding that capacity to hold the container of energy that you've built. Hold it in your posture. Feel your abundance. Good. Then I'm gonna have you laying on your back. Now, when you're on your back, what I'd like you to do is keep your feet up. They'll be on the floor, and your pelvis is going to be lifting. So you're going to be lifting your pelvis. To start, though, you're going to clasp your hands together, and you're going to bring them over your head. And your whole body, your back is going to be on the ground with your hands in a prayer position over your head. You're going to take a big breath in the mouth. When you exhale out the mouth, what you're going to do is you're going to lift your pelvis and bring these hands all the way to the pelvic floor. Then you're going to drop your pelvis, let your hands and arms come over your head. That's the inhale phase in the mouth. As you exhale, you're going to do a powerful breath, and those hands are going to come and meet your pelvis, and the bum cheeks are going to lift towards the ceiling. And then you're going to release the pelvis and let those hands come back over again. Now, what I want you to do is just start at about maybe 40 to 50% of your max power or intensity or speed. So it's just you're getting the mechanics down to start. Good. And keep doing that. Now, if you're doing this sitting, you just don't whip the pelvis forward. You're going to just be in a sitting position. Good. Now, what I want you to do is kind of kick that up and go to about 70% of your speed and intensity and power. So we're going to build that up a little bit more. Good. As you're reaching back, see if you can get some extension from your spine. This is a little bit of work, so keep going. Now I want you to turn the dial up a little bit more and try to reach about 80-85% of your max intensity. Keep going. Do your best. You're moving energy. You are moving energy through your system. Your hands are moving through your auric field, moving through your energy field. Pelvis is lifting up the first and second chakra to meet your hands. Good. Now crank the dial up. Last little bit. We're going about 95% power, 95% intensity. So this is a last vigorous part of the exercise. Really build this energy up. Should be exploding that breath in the mouth and out the mouth. I want you to lose a little bit of control of that mind. Don't try to control the movement. Just let it fly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and completely relax. Completely relax. Let your legs stretch out. Let your arms be to the side. And all you're going to do is just let that energy move through the body. Good, just completely relaxing, totally relaxing the body. You've done lots of work, let it completely relax. It's time to just let those legs sink deeper into the table, or into the floor. Let your upper body just sink gently underneath you, and try to let your body just sink down a couple of feet into the floor. Relax that neck, let it just sink. Let your consciousness just kind of fall back in the body. Let yourself completely relax. In this position, what I want you to do is just bring your arms up like you're holding a beach ball, and you're going to change your breathing pattern. What you're going to do is breathing gently in the mouth and then out the nose, but hold your arms out like a beach ball. Just feel like a ball of energy, like you're holding a big ball of energy, and you're going to be breathing up from the heart through the arms and fingertips. And then as you exhale out the nose, you're going to just let that energy fall back through the arms and into the heart. You're going to create a little rhythm there. As you breathe in, just lift the chest up just a little bit to activate the collarbones, activate the upper part of the spine, get a bit of extension there, and then exhaling out the nose, breathing in the mouth. You're getting that lift right at the end, and then exhaling out the nose. If you need to modify, you can do this sitting just like this. Soft breath in the mouth, barely hearing yourself, out the nose. Good, just try it on, just like so quiet with that breath, and just see what that feels like in the body. Arms just like a beach ball, holding that energy, holding your awareness, breathing into the space, breathing into the arms, letting that energy come up, exhaling out the nose, slow and soft. Just feeling the rhythm of that upper body and that fourth energy center of your heart. Slowing your breath down like this now promotes and activates the vagal system. That system that promotes inner awareness and deep relaxation and recovery and rejuvenation. Good. Now, take that breath and elongate that breath. 11 seconds in and 11 seconds out the nose. Exploring the terrain of delta brainwaves. Slow breath. Pace in your mind. 11 seconds on the inhale and 11 seconds on the exhale. In the mouth, out the nose. Creates your full presence, full awareness. Good. Continue to do that with me, breathing in the mouth and out the nose. 11 seconds in the mouth, 11 seconds out the nose. Slow your system down. Show yourself the presence that's required to execute that. When that vagus nerve starts kicking in, you may feel a bit of a pulse. You could feel the pulse in your head or in your sinuses or in your throat or in your chest. You could feel a little bit of a pulse that goes on in there with that awareness. It's shifting gears. Good, and just relaxing those arms. Time to stretch out the body, stretch those legs in a heightened state of awareness, stretching the legs. Thinking about your feet and your toes. And if you're sitting, just modify it. Just move those feet around and the ankles. This is a great time to just have inner awareness. Find where those hips want to move. Maybe your pelvis wants to reposition. The shoulders, the pecs, the arms. Maybe they want to rotate in their sockets a little bit. These joints that you have can roll around and they can move and they can twist and they can turn. They're not just all meant for one direction. We get caught up in our day in one direction, maybe two. The rolling of the wrists, the real movement all over the fingertips. Move that tissue around, the forearms and the elbows. And how about the shoulder sockets, how they can actually rotate in there. You can twist your hand in full what's called supination and pronation. Into the neck. How does that neck want to be moved around and repositioned and stretched? Good, back to the feet again. One more time, just connect the whole body together now. The feet and the neck, facial expressions, hands, forearms. Move that connective tissue around. Let it iron itself out. You have rib cage and diaphragm, abdominal region. Move that, stretch it as needed. Really take these joints of your body to their fullest range that you can bring them through. Don't hold back. Find their full range. Create novelty for yourself by finding that additional range that's generally outside of your normal functional operations. Find that additional range, somewhere novel. Go to a place in your body that you're not used to going. Beautiful. Then completely relax. And as we lay here in a nice relaxed position, what we're going to do is we're going to just draw our toes towards our nose, which will feel like you're lengthening out your calves. I want you to squeeze your thighs. I want you to squeeze the bum. I want you to squeeze your abdomen. While you're squeezing your bum, while you're squeezing your thighs, hold those toes towards your nose. I want you to squeeze that upper back. You're going to squeeze the biceps, the forearms, and your hands. And you're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together, squeeze your abdomen, squeeze the glutes and the bum, squeeze those thighs, and hold. Hold that as hard as you can. Squeeze it as hard as possible. And then completely relax. And just let all that energy drip off the body. Completely relax. This helps to give flexibility to your heart rate so it can rise and fall and doesn't become fixed and stuck. %80 of the people that we measure in their nervous system, their heart rate starts to get fixed and stuck. It doesn't know whether to do anything or to relax. And so this helps to give it contrast. purposefully, intentionally giving your system contrast, forcing yourself into deeper states of relaxation. Good. Now bring those toes towards the nose again. We're going to squeeze those thighs one more time. We're going to squeeze the glutes and the bum. We're going to squeeze those deep abdominals. Let's squeeze that upper back and shoulder blades together. We're going to squeeze the biceps, squeeze the forearms and the hands, squeeze that all and hold that. Keep squeezing the thighs, toes to the nose, squeeze the glutes, the abdomen, like you're doing a crunch, but you're not crunching. Squeeze those shoulder blades, forearms, hands. Last few seconds, squeeze as hard as you can, and then release it. And this is the key. Intentionally relax everything. Everything lets go. Not a drop of tension in your system. Not a drop of tension. Completely relax the body. Good. Again, just bathing in your own energy, your own awareness. Just slowly allowing that breath to expand on the front side. Very gently, but allow that breath to expand. Just allow it to. By letting the mind take a back seat, just allow that belly, that chest, that mid-body just to rise up in expansion and gently falling down. Rising up like a wave and then gently falling down. Just keep that mind out of the way and just witness the front of the body rising. Let that breath expand, let it expand, allow it to do what it can do when there's minimal tension in the system. Yes, feel it like a balloon. If you get out of the way, it will balloon open for you. Just slowly shake that out and then come on sitting. It's nice to have a more relaxed mind. You're still in control, you're still doing, you can still move your body around, but it's more relaxed, it's more at ease. Your body can function without that mind being overly chatty. Just sitting with a nice tall posture, just connecting there. And just placing palm over palm right over the heart. And this is a great time when you're more resourced with more energy available for you now to both be grateful and appreciate and thank yourself for showing up. But now is also a great time where we can take the energy of the heart and link it with someone else that we may feel needs some love, appreciation. We want to connect with them, acknowledge them, just bring them into your mind's eye. Connect your heart with them. Give them a blessing. Give them a healing. Give them a little hug. Just bring your heart into your intention. Just breathing into the heart, breathing into your hands. Putting your blueprint of care and appreciation on something in your environment that could really use a little of your TLC. Hold that in your mind's eye. Really magnify it, like a magnifying lens, beaming the sunlight into a single pointed focus. Do the same. Build someone up in your mind's eye. Laser beam focused with them. Hold your presence for them. Hold your presence. Add others if you have the capacity. You can bring others in your mind's eye. And then just relax your hands in your lap. Good. You can slowly open your eyes. Hopefully you give yourself a little pat on the shoulders for showing up tonight. Congratulations, great job. You'll feel nice and more fluid and more present, and you work through some great tension, so congratulations on that. And look forward to seeing you next week. So thanks for joining us, and have a beautiful rest of the week. Good. Anyone just want to open just to mention how they're feeling in their body, why they needed to be here for themselves tonight? That's a good one. Why'd you need to be here for yourself? Why'd you need to show up for yourself tonight? Lee?
I needed to just connect.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, feels good. How's it feel to connect?
Good.
Awesome.
I had a partial connection because I had a friend here
Ah,
who was really doing the breath work the whole time. So, but we had fun. I laughed. So
Good.
that was good. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, Sandy.
Hello there.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, I needed to be here tonight because I'm packing and I'm doing all kinds of stuff. And oh my goodness, it feels so good just to be relaxed and stress-free and the energy flowing through me. Wonderful. Thank you.
Awesome. Glad that you can join us. Thanks so much for being here. Glad it worked out. Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Thank
All
you.
right. Okay. Thanks, guys. Hey, guys. Just finished a breathwork class. Thanks for joining me if you were... Hey, RGM. Just finished a breathwork class. Whew, it was good. People are redialed in, reconnected. Thanks for joining us. Let me know if you have any questions about breath work, well-being, any health things that you're looking to, I wouldn't say solve, probably in a forum for full advice, but I'd be happy to answer questions or clarify some things if anyone has any questions. Yeah, it is yoga for sure. Dan Bilzerian, I don't know what that means. I don't think I had some gals in here. All right, I'll search. Should I be searching OmniCraze? I don't know. Is that a setup? Seems a little scary. Hey, LV, respect back to you from Canada. Thanks for joining us. Well, if you're French, it's party or partis, not sure. How you doing? Okay, I'll search it. OmniCraze on YouTube. Why? Why do I? Why do I search that? What's the, as we all do, what's the value to me for doing so? Remember, our human behavior, we're all running on what's in it for me. So just double checking what is in it for me to search OmniCraze. I'm willing to. Okay, let's see. I'll bite the worm here. OmniCraze. Oh boy, here we go. What is this? OmniCraze. Big Beastin and okay, business inquiry of some sort. Okay. What is he? He makes good edits? Is that what you're saying? All right, well, it's in my search engine anyway, so we'll see. Hey, how you doing? Tell S Gaming. Okay, Tell S Gaming. Yeah, I searched it. OmniCraze. I don't know if it pertains to me too much, but all right. I don't think so. Now we're getting a little, yeah. No, I'm not sold on it. You have to do better selling than just telling me what to do. I mean, most Aries don't just like to be told what to do. So, part of this is relationship building on, our channel. So that means you'd have to appreciate my values and then try to get me to click and get me to do what you want to do based on my values. So you'd have to sell me on what's in it for me. And you being a good person is not for my values. That's not my values. I mean, we're all good people and bad people, aren't we? To some degree, if you break down into the moral landscape of things, there's good and bad and heaven and hell and good and evil and all that goodies. So duality is a combo of both. I'm not sold on playing a video on the channel. Again, you got to get a little more clever with the marketing and sales. All right. If no one has any other questions, comments, I will play a music. Oh, at some point I'll play a music. At some point. I do it at my live programs. I play music for my breath work at live programs. I don't really do it here though. Although I'll record some things and post them on YouTube with some sound on them. We're working on that to get some music in the background to influence like brainwave patterns. So that'll be fun. Some guided meditations by me and some breathwork meditations. So yeah, that'll be kind of fun. All right, everyone. Have a beautiful evening. Thank you. If you shared a little breath with us, beautiful. I'm grateful that you showed up. Thank you very much. If you want to subscribe, if you want to hang out, you want to see more, you want to come on breathing with us on a weekly basis, let me know, because I'd be willing to run this live every Wednesday. I do it in a group, but if you want it open, I'd be happy to do that. Just let me know. There's always ways to communicate. Have a beautiful evening. Thank you.